everyone. I'm here with CJ Lamborn, the owner of Raga Yoga in Shadelands. Hi, CJ.
Hi, Megan.
So tell us about Raga Yoga.
Raga Yoga is a community-based yoga studio that we opened 2 years ago, and we're here to serve. So our mission from the get-go has been to serve the local community with the teachings of yoga, and that's what we're here to do.
Yeah. And such a welcoming, warm environment here. It's really wonderful.
Thank you. I'm really glad that you feel that way.
Yes.
It was exactly what we hoped would happen, in addition to, I think, having the best teachers in town.
I agree with that.
Amazing,
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah.
I wanted the space to reflect that as well. And I wanted people to feel like they were walking into the comfort of their home.
Yeah.
And here are their friends, here is their sangha, their community.
So what made you open the studio in particular, and then this location, this area in general?
Well, the studio was a long dream, and I knew what I wanted, and I didn't see it around. And I wanted a space that people really felt comfortable to be, to learn, and to come together.
Right.
And so that's what we did. And to find this place in particular was amazing. So I signed on to this project 3 years before it was built.
Wow.
So it was an incredibly long period. But as soon as I knew what was happening here in terms of being connected to the other sports facility and being in a space where yoga could be seen as something really viable across this latitude of sports, I thought was pretty important to be a part of.
Absolutely, yeah. So what would you say drives you? What motivates you now that the studio is up and running to keep it going, to innovate, and to keep it fresh?
Well, I feel we just scratched the surface. We're just getting started. One, coming more into the community. So we've created some nice relationships with some local businesses, but also we're doing a lot of service work. So we're just coming into service work. Right. And we wanted yoga to be part of that community that gives as well as receives. And so this is the part that's just getting started for us.
Right.
Yeah.
And what motivates you to keep going, with the students and with the practitioners here?
Well, I'm super fortunate. So I have students currently that I have had for the last 15 years.
Wow.
So to be able to watch that progress and growth and change, there's no way I'm not showing up for them. So that's a done deal. I'm going to keep going for sure. But again, I just feel there's a lot more message to get out of that. Yoga is not a workout. Yoga is a practice. It's a practice for your life. Right. It is, as they would say, a workout from the inside out, and it really, really is. Yeah. And that takes some time to get to.
For sure.
It's not a quick fix. And so we've got a lot of years left ahead.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing. And so how long have you been practicing yoga?
I've been practicing for 24 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And in many ways, I feel like I'm just getting started.
And how has yoga practice impacted or changed your life?
Dramatically.
How hasn't it? It's probably a better question to ask.
It started in little ways where I realized I could be still for 5 minutes at a time. I was that mom that packed her schedule.
Right.
I mean, even when I practice yoga, it took years, a decade plus, to seep into my life. I'll be honest with you. It really did. And it wasn't until I committed to coming 3 to 4 to 5 days a week, practicing at home, that things really changed. Yeah. And I know that can sound intimidating, but 10 minutes at home every day is worth more than an hour and a half of practice. So it was those little things. So I'd like to think I'm much more patient than I was. I know that I have an internal regulation that I did not have before. So that doesn't mean that things don't affect.
Right.
It just means that I have a great toolkit of which to manage all of that. I still feel pretty great in my body. I've kept up with my teenagers all these years, and now I'm like, well, I guess I'll train for that next generation, right? It's just always life skill training, not whether I can stand on my hands, you know.
Okay, so tell us what is coming up. What's exciting on the horizon?
We've got a bunch of stuff coming up. So starting in the spring, actually, this month we're hosting our first out-of-town yoga instructors. So we have two amazing teachers coming to lead a whole weekend workshop coming up. That's exciting. And then we also have some eventers out into our community. So we'll be at Ruth Bancroft Garden starting later in the month, and we'll hopefully make that into a regular monthly series. We're excited about that. Outdoor yoga.
Fun.
We're entering our first Maker's Mart, where we're going to be sharing our plants that we're propagating. So we'll have those out for sale. We've got some other yoga supplies that we're doing some handcrafting for sale, and then we'll be doing demos of our aerial. So we've got an aerial rig we'll take out there. It's one of those things most people don't know what's up, and they're nervous. So we'll have that out there for people to try. And then big news here in the center is we're having our first, or our official, I should say, 2 years late, grand opening.
Okay,
and that
so
will be
tell me about that.
Site-wide, Shadelands wide, a big event on a beautiful Saturday coming up this summer. We'll have food trucks out. Everybody will be open for demos, for signups, and we'll have some fun events for the kids as well.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I can't wait for that.
And then leading in summer, we've got summer camps for the kids coming up. So we'll be participating in those along with all the other businesses around too. So there's really a lot coming as the sun gets brighter and the days get longer.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Well, that's exciting. All right. Well, thank you so much for talking with us and sharing about this beautiful space. Honestly, anybody's interested in yoga has got to come and check this place out. It's amazing.
Thank you.